Victory was the only child of a widow. Her father had died when she was just 10 years old. Since then, her mother, Susanna, had worked tirelessly, doing every kind of job just to make sure her daughter never lacked anything. Even though they were poor, Victory never truly felt it. Her mother would rather go hungry than allow her child to suffer. She sold akara by the roadside every morning, whether it rained or shined, her face always glistening with sweat and hope. Victory was a bright and beautiful girl, intelligent, respectful, and determined. In school, she was always at the top of her class, either first or second. Everyone knew her as the girl who made her mother proud. When it was time for her WAEC and JAMB, she passed both with excellent results. The day her admission letter arrived to the University of Lagos, her joy knew no bounds. She jumped, danced, and hugged her mother tightly. "Mommy, your daughter is now a university student. Very soon, people will start calling you Mommy Doctor." Susanna laughed through tears. "Amen, my child. May God help you." But behind her smile, she knew the sacrifice ahead. To pay Victory's school fees, Susanna sold the only land she inherited from her late husband. It was her last security, but she didn't care. Her daughter's future was worth more than anything. When the day came for Victory to leave for school, Susanna called her close. My daughter, kneel down, she said quietly. Victory knelt, and her mother placed her hands on her head, praying with all her heart. "May the Lord go with you. Don't follow bad friends. Remember, a person without a helper must use wisdom. Promise me you'll make me proud." Tears filled Victory's eyes. "I promise, Mommy. I'll make you proud. Very soon, you will be called Mommy Doctor." They hugged tightly before she left. When Victory arrived on campus, she was taken to her new lodge, a small self-contained apartment she would share with 3 other girls, Ada Eze, Choco, and Kemi. She greeted them politely and began unpacking her things. After settling in, she joined them in the sitting area, hoping to know her roommates better. But as the conversation continued, Victory's heart sank. Choco, a flashy-looking girl with red braids and long nails, suddenly said, "I don't pretend for anybody, oh. I love going out at night, clubbing, hanging out, and enjoying life. I prefer roommates who have the same lifestyle. If you don't like it, say it now so we can remove you or keep quiet forever." Kemi and Adaeze burst into loud giggles. Victory wanted to speak up, to say she wasn't that type of girl, but the fear of being chased out and having to search for another place held her back. She swallowed hard, forced a small smile, and kept quiet. Sometimes silence is easier than trouble. Victory took her time adjusting to her new environment. Everything felt different. The noise, the freedom, the people. But through it all, one thing remained constant: her bond with her mother. She called her mother almost every day, and her mother did the same. They talked about school, food, church, and memories from home. Victory knew her mother was lonely. After all, she was her only child. And despite the distance, she never forgot her mother's words. A person without a helper must use wisdom. While other girls spent time exploring campus life, Victory focused on her books. She spent her evenings studying the few handouts her mother could afford, and she never stayed out late. Then, one Friday evening, her roommates, Kemi, Ada, and Shoko, were dressing up to go out. They were loud and excited, spraying perfume, taking selfies, and playing loud music. "Victory, aren't you coming with us?" Shoko asked, adjusting her short gown. Victory smiled gently. "No, I'm okay. I just want to rest and read for a while." That was the 3rd time she had refused to join them.
From that day, they stopped involving her in their outings. They laughed, gossiped, and shared jokes without her. Soon, they gave her a nickname. Mary Amaka, they would call her, mocking the long skirts and modest gowns she wore. One hot afternoon, Adaze looked at her closely and said, "You are too beautiful to be hiding your looks under these long skirts. A girl like you shouldn't be stressing her mother for money. Guys on this campus will rush you if you just give them a little chance. You should be enjoying life by now." Victory smiled faintly and replied, "The same God who has been providing for my mother and me all these years is still alive. We will be fine." Shoko rolled her eyes. "Please leave her before she starts preaching again. Church girls are always the worst." Kemi, applying makeup in front of the mirror, chuckled. "Don't worry, the remaining years will humble her." And sadly, they did. Months later, back home, things began to fall apart for Susanna. Her once busy Akara business started failing. Customers stopped coming like before. Her profits could barely feed her, talk less of paying tuition. The little money left from the land she sold, the land her husband left behind, was taken away by angry debtors. They mocked her. "How can you send your daughter to university when you still owe us?" they shouted. Their own children weren't even in school, and jealousy mixed with anger turned them cruel. Susanna wept silently many nights. She didn't want Victory to know what she was going through. She knew her daughter, Victory, would rather drop out than watch her mother suffer. So she kept it to herself. She borrowed, begged, and prayed. But after a while, no one was willing to lend her any money anymore. And soon, the storm she had been hiding was finally about to hit.